The fifth tale, The Boy Who Would Be God. The wizard who controlled the clouds. There was once a boy wizard who was endowed with a great deal of magical ability. No sooner was he able to walk than he could cast spells no other wizard could, controlling the clouds above and making great seas and mighty mountains move at will. In truth, such feats did the boy more honor than he deserved, for he had not practiced any more diligently than other wizards. His talents were innate, and he had been with him since his birth. The boy, however, grew up quite certain that he had been blessed by the gods, and came to believe that his rightful place was among them, in heaven itself. No sooner had the thought crossed his mind than the boy became desirous to make it an immediate reality. Boys who are born with such exceptional powers are seldom accustomed to waiting. A trial from the gods. The boy made for Jabbar al-Dukhan, the highest mountain in all the world, and climbed to its summit, reasoning that the gods would hear him more clearly if he were closer to heaven. "Gods, I beseech you to listen. I am the most powerful wizard in this world. Verily, no man alive is my equal, and thus I would believe that my place is in heaven with you. I wish for you to consider me one of your own." The heavens responded with an enormous thunderclap. The boy wizard's insolence had aroused the passion of the gods. The thunder was followed by a bolt of lightning aimed directly at the boy. But the boy was ready. With a simple wave of his hand, he swatted the lightning away. "Do you see?" he cried to the gods with glee. "Do you see how powerful I am?" At length, a voice responded from the heavens. "Boy, if you truly believe yourself to be as powerful as a god, then you may prove it by taking this trial. Overcome it, and your wish shall be granted." The boy leapt with great joy upon hearing these words, believing as he did that no trial was beyond his powers. Suddenly, however, everything became quite dark. The boy had no idea where he was. Indeed, his hand could not be seen in front of his face. The voice spoke once more. "Boy, this is the world of darkness. Your task is to tolerate it for 8 days. "So it is simply a matter of waiting," thought the boy, relieved. "That shall not prove difficult." But the voice went on. "There is a door in front of you, boy. Raise your hand and you shall feel it. On the other side of this door is the world of light, where all godly knowledge resides. Enter, and you shall become one of us. The door, however, must not be opened until 8 days have passed." With that, the voice fell silent, and all was quiet once more. The boy reached out his hand in front of him. Though he could not see it, the door was there, just as the voice had said. "I shall open that door," the boy said decisively. "I shall wait a full 8 days, and then I shall become a god, and all will be revealed to me." 7 days of darkness. At first, the boy could do nothing but sit and contemplate his current plight. It was not long, however, before his mind started conjuring all sorts of thoughts. What wonders awaited him when he became one of the gods? What manner of place was the heaven that the gods called home? How would he treat his human minions once he was one of their gods? And so it went on. He found himself increasingly agitated, anxious to see what awaited him once he opened the door to the world of light. He kept his resolve for 6 days and 6 nights, but on the 7th day the boy was overcome by curiosity. "In 1 more day I shall become a god," thought the boy. "Surely it is of no consequence if I open the door a little early." He reached for the door once more and traced its surface. Eventually, his hand came across a small protrusion which felt like the cover of a keyhole. Timidly, the boy lifted it and looked through to the other side. A blaze of blinding light flooded through the keyhole, knocking the boy a full cubit backwards. It was incredibly bright, yet he simply could not close his eyes. The world on the other side of the door was beyond the boy's imagination. Its scale and beauty seemed to pierce his very soul. The world of the gods. The thought alone made the boy shiver, but even as he did so, he was plunged into darkness once more. The ever-wondering eye. The boy had failed the trial, yet he was still allowed to enter heaven and become one of the gods, for they acknowledged his abilities and showed compassion toward him. They could not, however, show the same compassion toward his eye, the one that had peered at the world of light. The eye was condemned to wander, disembodied through the skies for all eternity. The boy wizard's eye traverses the skies to this day, soaring above the birds and gazing down upon the world below. It can never hope to soar as high as the heaven where the gods reside, however. Indeed, it is trapped between the human world and the world of the gods forever. Occasionally, when it is overwhelmed with extreme dissatisfaction, the eye swoops down close to the Earth's surface, bringing a devastating whirlwind in its wake. These howling gales are known to have destroyed cities and forests and are rightly feared by ordinary humans. And so, the consequences of the boy wizard's folly are still being felt. And that, as they say, is that.